Okay, as we continue to question number 5, I want you to think of this one as that being this part plus part equals whole example. But let me explain. So for our number 5 here, we are told that the measure of angle BSU is 5x. So as I trace from B to S to U, there's my 5x. As I trace here, they also give us USH. So as I trace U to S to H, there it is. So they gave us BSU is 5x, so I'm going to label that there, and USH is 11x. But this next part is what I want you to pay attention to. Angle BSH is 144 degrees. Now, guys, B to S to H is actually the whole angle itself. So this is 144 degrees. It's so important to label your diagram. Now we're going to write our equation as part plus part equals whole. All right? So this equation goes kind of quickly. 5x plus 11x equals 144 degrees. Now let's zoom in here. We're going to keep our equal sign in place. We're going to keep everything nice and neat and organized. But this one's pretty short. Whoops. So 5x's plus 11x's, well, that's 16x's, and equals 144. When we divide both sides by 16, we are going to get a nice whole number, which is convenient. We're going to get x equals 9. All right, now they want the measure of angle BSU, but I'm going to check them all. All right, so I'm going to take my 9, and I'm going to replace it in each of these angles. All righty, so 9 times 5 is 45 degrees. 9 times 11, whoops, is 99 degrees. And guess what 45 plus 99 is? You guessed it, 144. All right, so to finish this question, though, guys, I want to make sure we are using our appropriate notation. So I'm going to say the measure of angle BSU equals, which one was that one? 45 degrees. Okay, cool. All right, moving on. We're going to move to the next example here. Now, the directions are very, very clear, and I just want you to remember this. Take a look. The directions are for 6 and 7. But each of these are different scenarios, all right? So don't use the answers for 6 and then use them again for number 7. They're going to give us different scenarios here. So here we go. Let's read and mark our information here. So very, very importantly, they're telling us ray EF bisects angle DEG. So let's go find it. Here's ray EF. Here is angle DEG. So that ray is splitting the larger angle into 2 equal parts. So one more thing I want to do with you here is I need to remind you guys, we always have to mark our angles equal when we have a bisector. So this part and this part should be equal, should be the same. All right, let's go label. So now they're telling us DEF, where's that? DEF, oh, this is 3x plus 1. All right, so this is only part of the angle. It's one part of it, one half of it. Next, they're telling us DEG. Well, wait, where's DEG? DEG. Oh, wait a sec. DEG is the entire angle here, guys. So just like before, they're giving us this entire angle measure. So 5x plus 19 is the whole thing. Now, this is a little tricky, right? Because that's the whole thing. A little tricky here, guys. Look, some students will set these equal. Now, that's impossible, right? A smaller part of it can't be equal to the whole thing. So what we're going to do here is we're going to remember and look at our markings. All right, now 3x plus 1 is the same thing here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to write 3x plus 1 twice because it takes 2 of these to make the whole thing. All right, so now as I write my equation, I'm going to do something here. I want you to take a look. I'm actually going to take 3x plus 1 doubled, right? So 2 of these will give me 5x plus 19. All right, now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to solve my equation. I am just going to make a little room for myself here. But what I'm going to start off with is the distributive property. Okay, come on. So now what do I mean by that? I'm going to distribute my 2 here, and that's going to give me 6x plus 2 equals 5x plus 19. I'm going to continue to remind you guys to keep your equal signs lined up and work nice and neat and organized. Let's see, how am I going to start this? So I'm going to subtract my 5x. Okay, I'm going to put that under here. I'm going to carry down my work. So that's going to be x plus 2 equals 19. My last step is going to be to subtract 2. And that's going to get us to our final answer for x. X is 17, we believe. So let's go ahead and test this. Okay, so if I take 17 and I replace it back in my diagram, let's see. 17 times 3 is 51. Plus 1 is going to give us 52 degrees. Okay, I know that this should be the same, so I'm thinking so far so good. But now I want to test this. I want to make sure. Well, think about it. What should we get here? Well, it should be 52 twice, or 104 degrees. So 17 times 5 is 85, plus 19, guess what? We're getting 104. Okay, we're happy with that. Now, it just simply said to find the value of x, but I found my other angle measures just in case.